Hello and welcome to our next stream on Unreal Engine 4. I see that there is 4 people already in the stream, so I guess that everything is here now. So let's start, and today we are going to create your blueprints, your stuff that you need in your final projects for this year. Tell me in the chat if everything is okay. Can you hear me okay? And if the image is okay? Yeah, and we will start creating. So yeah, maybe something is not working well because I'm getting frame drops a little. I also put up some music in the background to accompany us today. So if it's not too loud, I think we should be fine. Okay, hi Luca. And I maybe should tell you about what we're gonna actually do today. So we have projects for Luca, we have projects for Dani, and for Julia. Am I right? I know that Yanan is making the project in Video 360, right? No, it's actually Danim. Danim is making Video 360. Yanan is making the indoor environment. Luca is making the characters, and Julia is making the environment. So we talked with Luca not so long ago about the animations. So some progress on that will be nice. And also we can create some more stuff for you there with the animation blueprint or whatever. About the Video 360, it's not actually connected to Unreal in any way. So yeah, I'm not sure if we should tackle this. So I thought that if we have time, so first we'll go through the people who are actually working on Unreal Engine. And we will then maybe do something for Dani too. Maybe not related to this particular project, maybe something else connected to Unreal, if you're interested in anything. So yeah, so let's start. Who's gonna go first? I will launch the engine. And yeah, and let's try to do this. So this is our new project. We should probably go with the games presets. So yeah. So I'm waiting now for your input on what would you like me to do today. What kind of logic? I know that Yanan wanted to make some kind of jumping through the roof or something. Maybe Julia needs some tips on making environments, maybe some interaction in the environments and so on. So I think the stream will go for 2 hours, probably. Maybe longer if we need to, maybe shorter if you need to. So yeah. Waiting for you guys. You can write on Discord or better in chat here. So on YouTube. Okay, I have your first question from Luca. Luca says, actually I tried to follow the things you explained me and I had some problems at the beginning. I have already got the character animating in place and I need it to move randomly. And Unreal Engine does not allow you to use the self node. Okay, so maybe we can recreate your problem here. So you already created an animated character, but do you have an animated character like with animation? So you like put it in a scene and you applying an animation asset to it, so it's animated, or did you created this animation blueprint where actually the position and the acceleration of the character defines the animations? Because that's what you need to do, so the character can actually walk somewhere using the correct animations. And it's actually not that hard to set up. As I told you previously, you can use the third person template for that. You just need to, to merge it into VR project. So if you have problems with this, we can try this out now again, if you would like. So it's already animated. Okay. You can't have a reference for self. Well, maybe it was hard to find or something. Let's recreate this situation. Let's create a third person template. Let's say Luca animations, just to keep everything clean, and let's say create project. Okay, so we have our third person template. We can walk around, we can jump around. Okay, that's cool. So what we were creating previously in our blueprints, we have this third person character. So we can create a new blueprint class, and we need to create another character type. Yeah, sure, you can send me the FBX animation on Discord, no problem. But also we should copy over the blueprints. So this is the tricky part for this kind of project. So, but I think we can set it up, no problem. So anyway, I'm going to create while you're ascending the character blueprint. Let's say it's our NPC. I don't know what this will be for walking. So it's like a walking NPC. Okay, so I'll monitor the Discord too. Yeah, send it in a private message or in Erasmus channel. So we have our NPC walking here. And so this is our character. So if you want to our characters to order around, we need to create it like an actor, not an actor but character preset. Okay. Let's save it. Okay, this is what's the man pushing, so we should rename it to NPC pushing then. Okay, let's import. It should be on our desktop. Okay, so when you're importing a character into Unreal Engine, you need to make sure it's checked in the skeletal mesh. So this way Unreal understands that the mesh at which we are importing is not a static mesh like this cube or this kind of geometry here, but a skeletal animated mesh like this character here. So we need to check the skeletal mesh, import mesh sure, and we don't want to use the mannequin skeleton because it will have the different structure than, I guess, than the texture that you are using. So we'll try to create everything from the ground up. Click import. And let's see. Okay, so this is our character. Okay, looking good so far. We have its skeleton. I see it's from Mixamo pack, I guess. Actually, mix ammo skeletons and skeletons from Unreal should be compatible quite nicely. Okay, we have our physics asset, no worries, we don't need it right now. Okay, so we have all the stuff we need. Now let's take a look how it's done in Unreal. So if you open up our third-person character, we can see that this is the skeletal mesh. It's set up for mannequin right now, and what's driving its animations is actually the third-person animation blueprint. So this is what we need to set up. So we need to set up, it should be in our mannequin animations. Yeah, you can see it here. You can see this is like the whole thing together: the skeleton, the mesh, the animations, and the blueprint. Alright, so we need to set everything up together. So I can't just magically reassign this this blueprint to the other mesh. So I will actually go over and copy everything from it and explain you how this thing works anyway. So what we are missing here is actually the animation of pushing, because we need this, and this is the trick from exporting from Max or Maya. Is it actually when you're exporting your skeletal mesh, you're exporting just the mesh with the skeleton, right? So without any animations. Then you create the animations, then you can hide the mesh and export only the skeleton with the animated frames. And then Unreal will recognize that this skeleton actually belongs to the character which we already imported, and assign the animations to this skeleton. So now what we need you to send me, Luca, is just the animation with the skeleton as a FBX file. So actually for what this type of character should do, so it just should push something continuously, because we don't need the animation blueprint for this type of character actually. So I need to know the twist which should be in the animations there. Because in a thing with the character running around, it was actually the standing and the running which was required for the animation blueprint, but I'm not sure what this character should actually do. So if you can tell us now, this will be really nice. So let's import the animation in. So as you can see, the animation file, we don't need mesh this time. Import animation. It's a change to import animation, as you can see here. Import skeletal mesh, no, because we already have it. We don't need the mesh. We're importing only the animation. So we can select which skeleton this animation belongs to, and we know it belongs to Sisyphus. So let's import that, and now we have the animation, and you can see it here. Really nice indeed. So tell me what the end goal here. So we want him to push it in random directions, or what should he do? Because this is kind of important. In the meantime, maybe someone else want to share what they want to be created today. What do you want for me to create for your project? And of course, I will share everything with you later. So. Okay, so if you wanted to push it and go randomly. Okay, so this is this will be actually quite easy. I don't know if we really need the animation blueprint, because the animation blueprint is actually needed for some things like this. So this is called the blend space, and the blend space are the mechanism of blending animations together. So as you can see here, moving the slider between 3 different animations, we have the third person idle, third person walk, and third person run, and we can move the slider near to these 3 different animations, and you can see the character is blending between them seamlessly. So as you can see, we to create a blend space, we need at least 2 animations, right? So 2 animations to actually make the blend space, and then the animation blueprint will blend these animations using this animation blend space in different situations, which this character will be. So if you want to create a guy who is moving the boulder around the map continuously, it means that we have only 1 animation, right? And yeah, and we don't actually need a blueprint for this, I think. Maybe in the future we can add some interaction to it, so we can interrupt his moving and he will stand up or something. I don't know. Or maybe the boulder smashing him or something, I don't know really too. But then when we actually need the blueprint. So we can try to do this in a bit of a cheesy way, so we can cheese this a little bit with this animation. So let's try this, and if it's not gonna work, then I will go and do the proper blueprint. But also maybe making this, we may think of creating and extending it a little bit. Danium is writing, I have an animated face modeling. This is an Alembic file, and I want to bring this to Unreal and make it crack a little bit and eventually break completely if the user touches the face. I succeeded a little bit, but I gave up because the quality was too low. Well, it's cool that you succeeded. I want definitely know how you achieved this and how it's looked like right now, because now I'm thinking about recreating this effect, and I can imagine doing this pretty easily on a static mesh, but with a alembic it becomes somewhat complicated. So yeah, I should really think about this in the meantime. So maybe share with us this your progress on this. So in the meantime, we're gonna add our meshes here. So Tizifo is our mesh, and let me see. It had the 88 height, so we should put him minus 88, so he will be inside this capsule, and we need to rotate him 90 degrees, so he's facing this arrow. Yeah, which looks kind of inappropriate right now, but whatever. So now what we can do, we can input the animation here, use the animation asset, and select the pushing animation. So you can see he will be always pushing. So if we put him in our scene, you can see that he will be pushing. Right now he's pushing the air, and something happened to his shadows actually. We don't worry about this right now. So the difference between the character and the animated asset is that the character has a movement component in it. The movement component defines what type of locomotion, the mobility the character has, so it can be walking, swimming, flying, running, and so on. And this is all the parameters which we can add like to this type of animations. And we also have we can create a code, so our character will move around eventually. So let's add first the navigation volume. What happens with your shadows, dude? That's interesting. Well, as I said, I will try not to worry about this, but this is like driving me a little bit insane. This is definitely what should not happen, because this dude has been alright. It is alright. Yeah, but this one, ugh. Maybe let's push him a little bit to the top, like this. Yeah, nope, doesn't work. Okay, I don't know. Maybe something to do with the material actually. Well, this is a inconvenient technicality. So let's go to the event graph and let's order our character around. So in our event begin play. Oh yeah, but before we do this, before we do the orders, we can actually add the navigation volume, as I said before. So we're gonna go to our volumes, and here we have our nav mesh bounce. So what this do? This bounce defines where the characters driven by artificial intelligence can go and where they can't go. So let's do it a little bit higher, so it actually takes up this elevated meshes. And we can also preview the navigation by clicking show and going to navigation. As you can see here, this green area is where is indicating if the characters can go there. All right, if this is of course an AI character. So we'll create a code where our character will move randomly from different points on this map. So let's try to do this. Okay, so and we will start with a pretty simple event begin play. This is the event which starts when we hit the play button. So when we start our program, this is going to here. So and let's say first of all we need to get the location where our character will go. So we'll go here and say get random location in navigable radius. So this is the node which will tell our character to go into any area. So we need to get an origin for the location. So this is the place from which our calculations will start from. And this should be actually, so we can create it somewhere on the map, right? So we can select the point, or we can use our character. So our character will calculate the distance from itself. So yeah, so let's select our capsule component because it's our primary component, and let's say get world location. And connect it to the origin. So the location will be always calculated from the capsule. We can also say get actor world. No, actor location is always world, as I think. Get actor location. Yeah. As you can see here, the difference between this and this is what you have the problem with, Luca, is here we are trying to call to the component which our NPC is actually containing. So our NPC have these components, and we are actually taking a reference from this component here, which looks like this. But when we're talking about the actor, it means that we have the location of an actor, and we can specify the actor here, right? But if we need to specify this actor, we just leave it to self like this, or we can go and type self, and we have a node get a reference to self. So but you don't need to do this because it's already referencing self and it's written here. So we can go any way we want with this, because this will do the same way, because the position, the location of the capsule component, which is the root component here, is the same as our actor component, our actor in the world. So but keep in mind that with components we can get two types of location. So we can get the world location, or we can get relative location, right? It shouldn't look like this, so let's try another one. Get relative get location. Wait a second. Get location. It should be relative. Let's type again. Get relative. Yeah. You can have a relative transform. Yeah, or you can have the this is actually it. Get relative location of the component. So what this means, it depends on where our character, our component, I'm sorry, is in our blueprint. So, for example, this arrow is a child of a capsule, and this mesh is a child of the capsule too. So if we add, for example, a cube to our character, and this cube is a child of character mesh, right here. So it means that the transform of the cube will be relative to the position, to the transform of this mesh. So if I move the mesh around, you can see the transform of the cube stays the same, because for the cube, the 0, 0, 0 point in space is relative to the character. So, and it's 0, 0, 0 because the cube is in the 0 point of the character, or in the pivot point. So that what's the difference between the relative and the world location here. And that's why when we're working, because the actor can't have a relative location, because actor is not attached to anything, it's not the child of anything. So that's why when we're searching for location, rotation, or scale of the actor in Unreal Engine, we always asking for the world location. But if we are talking about the component, the components can have a world location, so where they are really situated, and the relative location, where they're situated depending on the parent which they're attached to. So, but let's go back to our blueprint. So we've got our actor location. The radius, it actually defines how far our character will go. And let's say 1000 Unreal units, I guess it's 1 meter. I'm not sure, but let's say 1000. It will be, I guess, far enough. If we have a specified nav data, we should use it, but we don't, because we are using the nav data generated from our nav mesh bounds, so we'll not worry about this. And then when we find our location, which is here, we can say move to, if I can spell move to location. All right. So, and here it will say our character to move somewhere, but actually this is the command for the controller, and I'm remembering AI move to. Yeah, so we can use either this or this. This node actually can work with the AI controller, which is a separate component which you can add, which have such things as perception, hearing, and so on. But here we don't have such things, so we will use this AI move to. So our target will be self too, so here we can make self reference, give the reference to self, and we will set our destination where our character will go to this random location which we found previously. If you want our character to target another actor, we can specify it's here. The acceptance radius is how exactly in this spot the character can get. So sometimes there's a lot of obstacles or the elevation which may prevent the NPC or the AI to go to this point. So the acceptance radius is actually, the larger the acceptance radius, the faster the AI will give up to try and go to this exact point. Because if you give up, you can see here we have 3 execution pins here. So this is executing while the AI is still going to the point. On success, it's when it's actually in the exact point, and on fail, and when it can't get to the point. For example, if you're stuck and there's a considerable distance to the point which we specify. So acceptance radius allows you to soften a little bit the boundaries for the AI. Yeah. And stop on overlap is when an AI is overlapping with another character or something or trigger. If it starts an overlapping in any way, then it will stop, and then after that we actually need to specify what to do next. But to do next, we actually need only to run all this again. So to do this, we can do this different methods. First of all, we can do a delay. So let's say On success, we say delay, and we say wait for a second, and when completed, you go and start this node, get random location all over again. And we can say that on a fail, you can do the same, basically. So if you don't, no matter if you succeed to get into the location or fail to go to the location, you will wait 1 second and find another random location. And that should be it. Let's compile, save, and let's see if our character will actually move. As you can see, yeah, it's moving. So he's moving around, but as you can see here, his animation is not synchronized to his movement speed. So we can either lower the movement speed or speed up the animation. So it's actually up to you. Also, we can add some kind of sphere which is rotating in front of him, I guess. And I wonder at what point he will go up the stairs, but I think he will not. Yeah, so the basic functionality is working. So now let's tweak the speed, and this is actually quite tricky if we are not using the animation blueprint but the animation asset. Is actually because of this synchronizing, because our animation will be faster or shorter. So let's try and go to our character movement component, and let's see where we have our speed. Jumping, swimming, flying. Okay, so this is maybe it. 600. Let's try it. Let's put it to 1. Walking. Walkable angle. Yeah, max speed. Yeah, here it is. So let's put it to 1 for now. Let's compile, save, and let's run it. Yeah, this is the 1 speed. Really, really slow. Moving in place mostly. So let's bring it up a bit. So the 600 was this too fast. Maybe 50 will be all right. This is actually like guesswork. Well, this is definitely better, but still, this, as you can see, his legs are sliding. So that means that he's moving too fast for this animation. So maybe we now can speed up the animation for a change, just to show you how it's done. So we open up our animation asset, and you have here the rate scale. If we speed up the rate, you can see it speed ups the animation. So if you put it to 2, let's see here. Yeah, you can see here. Now he's slightly moonwalking. Alright, so that means we need to lower scale a little bit, maybe 1.85. No, still a little bit moonwalking, but it's already better. So as you can see, it's a bit of a guesswork here. So that's why we basically, yeah, now it's okay. Now you can see there's this shadow is still messed up, but yeah, what do you know? Yeah. So we can also try to change his turn rate, because he's turning very abruptly. And let's see if we have something like this. Turn, no. Okay, rotation rate. Let's say 150. So now he should be rotating slower. So yeah, with this you can avoid the animated blueprint work. But yeah, what happened to his... Yeah, it's still rotating like insanely fast. Why? Oh, let's figure it out. Character movement, rotation settings. Maybe 150 is too. Let's say the 1. When I'm not completely sure what number I should put in, I always try to put the lowest first and see the difference. Come on, rotate. No, it still changes the direction very abruptly. Yeah, we should probably look into this. Okay, the other thing is the boulder. So let's create the boulder like really simple. Let's attach it to our mesh and pick a sphere. Let's then put it so he actually can move it like this. His fingers touching it. Yeah, it seems that the animation is not boulder friendly. But anyway, we can add a very simple rotation for the sphere, adding the rotating component, rotating movement, but I guess it's for the whole thing. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's gonna be quite hilarious. No, now it's just sliding this sphere. Yeah. Because we can program it like, okay, this rotation, like no problem. Let's try this. Let's go and make a reference from our sphere, and let's say set relative rotation. Alright, let's grab our event tick. Oh no, it should be add rotation actually. Yeah, it should be something like add rotation. Add local rotation, yes, this is it. And the difference between the set and add is set once and the add will add continuously. Yeah. So, but we need some kind of tick for this, and this actually is perfect. So let's split the struct pin and let's see what direction we should rotate it. So it's, I guess, is our... Yeah, it's our X vector, so it should be roll like this. When we fire it up, can we see it rotating? Very little bit. Let's multiply it. Let's say float multiply float. Let's say the speed. Let's add actually a variable, boulder speed, the type of float. Let's pick it up here. Let's say 10 for now. Compile, save. Let's see this. Yeah, it's rotating but really slowly. Let's make it public, and let's simulated, so I actually can fly freely. Now let's select this guy. We have our boulder speed here, and let's, yeah, now this is too fast. You can see how it's rotating, right? I think this is this is like 120. Yeah, now it's rotating. If we put a material on it, it will be even more noticeable. So I'm trying to be really into this right now, so you really need to stop me at one point. So rock basalt, it looks actually good. So let's put it in here. Compile save. We don't need to see our navigation anymore. Oh, I forgot to change it after I tested it. You see? And now the boulder is rotating and the Sisyphus is pushing like there's no tomorrow. Can we take a ride on it? On the boulder, I mean? No. The power of Sisyphus is pushing us away. Come on. Let me ride you. This is probably what I would do in hell, trying to ride the poor Sisyphus. Yeah. Okay, so I hope this is it. I don't know why the shadows are a little bit broken. Maybe it's some errors in the mesh. I don't know. In the material. So yeah, this is our Sisyphus. Let's go further. So, Dani, I'm really curious, what have you done with your faces? But maybe we can now actually see what else you want me to do. Can you also tell me if you can hear the music in the background? And if you do, if it's like good volume for it or not? Yeah, so Yanan, Julia, what do you want to do? And Tanim, show me. Music is super low, but you can hear it. Like, it's good super low or it's bad super low. It's like disturbing, but no, I don't know. If I put it maybe a little bit like this, can you hear it now better? Okay, Yan Chao, I have a question. I have a question too. Can you tell me if I want to make an effect to transform it in two spaces? Okay, I hear you. So if you want to, as I understand, you want to create some kind of how do I say it? So if you want to create it in the same in Unreal Engine level, or you are talking about loading between the two levels, because this is like a huge difference. So this is actually crucial, because if you want to load between two different levels, this is the one thing. But if you want to place your environment in an open world and then make a transition, so you unload, for example, it's like they made it in The Witcher, for example. They have like seamless transitions between the buildings and the outer world, like the outdoors. But when you exit the building, you actually all the furniture and the flowers and everything in the building is unloading, right? And everything else, when you're entering the building, is loading back again. So it's like it's keeping really smooth. So you don't need to see a loading screen, but at the same time it's like dynamic, so it doesn't using memory. So yeah, this is the crucial difference. Between two spaces, two buildings. So it's like they are in the same level. So you want me to say that you want to create a door, which is like opening and closing, right? I'm sorry for the racket. My dog is really bad behaving. So yeah. Because the door I can make. Okay, see you, Luca. Anyway, if you want to create a level loading, we can. This is the third person map, so we can create a new map. We can go to File, New Level, and say, for example, the default. Yeah, why not? And let's put actually our pushing Sisyphus here too. Why not? So we can actually see what's happening here. Let's check the navigation. Yep, navigation is okay. Let's put a player start here. Player start. So when we actually load it into the level, we will start here. Save all, save selected. Yeah. What? Yeah, whatever, save. No, let's save this one. Oh yeah, it asked for the name, yeah. Okay, so let's rename them actually. So this will be like level. What a crazy dog! Oh my god! Where I'm living. So the first level will be level 01 and the second level is level 02. So this is our level 1. Let's leave him here too. Level 2 looks like this. So to make a transition between two levels, we should go to our level blueprint. Each level has its own blueprint space. We need to go to blueprints, open level blueprint. So this code here, this blueprint will be running every time we load the level. So let's say event begin play. Okay, And let's say we load the next level in 10 seconds. So we say delay, we type in 10 seconds, and then we add a node called open level. And here we're typing the exact level name, so it will be level 0.2. The way you're writing this will be like really important. So let's copy this code, let's save our blueprint, and let's go to our second level, open its blueprint. We don't need this, and let's paste the code and change the number to level 1. So now on level 2, after 10 seconds we will be loaded into level 1. Okay, we can play, and now we're in level 2. Hello Sisyphus, don't fall off the ledge. We forgot to change the boulder speed, and now we're here. Hello Sisyphus again. How you doing? Oh, 10 seconds, I'm here. So oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for your ears, guys. So this is how you can make the easily transitions between the levels. You also can make it by triggering. So this is you can do putting in your door level. Yeah, I see what you're writing, but I think this will be useful too. So I will show it anyway. And in the same level, it's actually a door, what you're talking about. So you should just put your apartment on the level, so when you exit through the door, you exit on the street, and that's all. So that's not actually a big problem here. So yeah, so I will show you this, and then we can make a functional door or something, and also we should look on the Dani experiments too. So to make it work as a trigger, and you can the doors actually working the same way. So in our level blueprint, with our trigger selected in the viewport, we're right clicking here and we can see the create reference to trigger box. So we can actually add events to this, like add event on trigger box 1. So collision on actor begin overlap, and after this we can make a delay and then open our new level, so it will be not bounded to the start. But we need to specify which actor is overlapping, because now if anything is overlapping, our trigger box will be transported. If the surfaces go into the trigger, we will be transported to another level, but we don't need this actually. So to specify which actor is overlapping, we're going to say cast 2, and we're gonna cast to our third person character. And as a character, we need to find a reference. It will be our overlapping actor. Okay, so when our character is entering the trigger, we will wait 1 second and then it will be transported to the other level. Let's try this. Hello, 1 second. Okay, doesn't work. Okay, let me see. What's went wrong? Ooh, it should be other actor, I think. Let's check this again. Yep, 1 second and we are on another level. Another hellscape for our Sisyphus. So yeah, and 10 seconds later we're back here. And then we did go here again and boom, 1 second and we're back here. So yeah, so what about the door? So let me see if in our starter content we actually have something resembling a door. Yeah, we actually have. We have door frame and we have our door. So if we have this kind of stuff, let's make a blueprint out of it, and let's see if we can create a functional door. So we can create a transition inside the same level. So let's say this half indoors, this half outdoors. Why not? Oh, maybe a teleport even. Oh, this will be interesting. Yeah, but this is kind of big stuff. And wait a second, we have a video from Danim. Danim, if it's okay if I show everyone on the stream this video. Heyo. Danim, let me know if I can show everybody a video. Okay, so while we are waiting for the for Danim to accept or deny our proposal, let's try and make this blueprint. So we have our static door frame. Let's go and click blueprint add script. Oh, and the name said yes. Yeah, okay. So let me go back. Let me select it like this. Come on. Oh, come on. Okay, like this. Yeah, and let's see what we have here. We have a face. We are coming up to it, and it's breaking apart. Yeah, and this is exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah, this is like a destructible mesh. This is like it's actually quite simple. Yeah, you just need to turn on the plugin, and yeah, it works like this. Actually, in if you are going to look at this blueprint, this destructible mesh a little bit closer, you will notice that you can create the mechanics. So for example, if you're shooting into it or hitting it with something small, it will actually chip some parts away, so it will not just like break altogether, but it will like break in parts. So yeah, this is the easiest way. I also thought about breaking the vertices of the mesh with materials, with shaders, but I think I need more research on that before actually do this. So or make it official for the for the students. So yeah, thank you for sharing. I think it's looking great. So I think you just need to to tweak a little bit the destructible mesh. Also check out the new destructible engine in Unreal. It's called, how it's called? Oh my god, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. This is like a new destructible engine. Yeah. Chaos. Of course it's called Chaos. Yeah. So you can check out the Chaos it's like more it have more performance. It's just better. So yeah, it's just better. So you may check this out. It's already in 4.25, I guess. So let me check in a second. So first of all, we're gonna create a new actor here. It will be actor. We have static mesh. Integrate a foliage actor. No, we just need an actor. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it like this. I'm gonna go back to our blueprints, and I'm going to create a new blueprint like this. I'm gonna select actor because it's not a character, it's just a door, so it's an actor. Let's put it in our scene. And let me check this plugins while we add it. So it's called Chaos. Built in. Yeah, and you can see this is Chaos Cloth, Chaos Niagara, which is like Niagara is the particle editor. Chaos Solver, which is I guess for the skeletal meshes. I'm sorry, but I haven't looked into it yet. And yeah, they have the Chaos editor. So in this case, it's already enabled. So I guess we can just go and create physics chaos. Physical. I guess we can turn static meshes into chaos meshes, I guess. Let me check. Let's take this chair. Yeah. Well, as I said, I haven't worked with this yet, so I guess we need to check out the documentation for this. Yeah, I guess it's all depends on the chaos solver and chaos physical material. So yeah, I'm gonna tackle this right now because, as I said, I don't know how it works yet. So yeah, so let's do some simpler things, I guess. So let's add our static mesh, and it will be our door frame. We're back to our doors, and let's add another static mesh to it, and it will be our door. So for our door, we'll type door static mesh door frame, and for our door we will find static mesh door. Alright, so let's now put it into position. Let me just align it like this. Okay, so this is our door. As you can see, what we need to do, we need to create a trigger volume, and when our character triggers this volume, the door will be opening up. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to our event graph, and let's create first in our viewport. Let's create on our door frame, let's create a box collision. Okay, so with this box collision, let's put it nicely like here, and let's say let's make it higher. Right, so it actually covers the frame, the whole frame. So yeah, and this will be our enter trigger. Okay, and then on enter trigger we have something like on component begin overlap. When we begin to overlap our door and enter trigger, what we're gonna say, we're gonna first check who is entering, right? So if you want it to be anything or anybody like Sisyphus 2, we can add like code here, but we actually go to and say this can be only our character. So let's say cast to third person character, and this will be our other actor. Okay, and when we're casting on it, we can then say, if it's our first person character, we're gonna say yeah, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna add a timeline. And let's say it open. And this is actually how the animations can be made with the static objects inside the blueprint. So let's add a timeline, and let's think about this. We have our door, right? And our door, we can set its relative rotation, right? This rotation is split into 3 directions, right? So we need to rotate our with the blue one, the Z, the yaw. So, and let me see. When we rotate, we want to rotate it like 90 degrees, right? So we need to set our yaw to 90 degrees. So to do this, and to do it like smoothly, so of course I can do it like this. I can put it like this, right? And type 90 here, compile, save, and when I enter the door, it will open, right? But we want to make a really smooth transition, so that's why we're going to use the timeline. And why we're going to use the timeline? Because we want the door to close smoothly too. So we're going to use and overlap to reverse the animation. So let's say play and double click the timeline, and here we'll add the graph. So go to make a float, and it will be our degrees, and we add keys. We add the first key, which should be at time 0 and value 0, the door is closed, and another key at time 5 and value let's say 85. I'm not really liking the 90 degrees anyway. Also, we can make the curve like smoother, like this. So it's like starting opening slowly, then becomes the speed, then closing slowly, and so on. So this will be our animation from closed door to open door, all right, and vice versa. So let's save this, and on our update, let's put this here, and let's put our degrees to our rotation, right? So now our timeline will start and go for 5 seconds and change the degrees from 0 to 90, so the door will open smoothly. Let's check this out. So I'm going in, and it's like it's open too slowly now, and actually, as you can see, it has no collision. So I'm like, yay, I can go through this door actually. So it's okay, we will add the collisions in the end. Now let's end the closing door. So let's component and overlap, and we say the same thing. We cast into our character. We don't want Sisyphus to come in, and we go to reverse. So when we exit our trigger box, the door will automatically close. Let's see, we test it. So I'm entering. Yeah, cool, you're opening, and now I'm exiting and you're closing. Yeah, open. No. Open. So we can speed this process up by editing our timeline. We can change the length to 2 seconds and move our key, of course, to time 2. and then it will be much faster. Yeah. So now let's add a collider. So we need to select our door and add, actually, doesn't it have a collider? I'm not sure. Let's look at it. Yeah, it doesn't have, we can create it here. Add box, simple box collision. Okay, cool. Save. Now it has the collision. Yeah, open it. Come on, Sisyphus, I'm testing things here. Yeah, open it. I can't still get in. Let's see what's the problem here. Let's show me the collisions. Yeah, but our frame is having the accurate collisions, right? Yeah, the frame has perfect collisions, but our door is not. Yeah, I'm stuck. And I'm guessing the collider is too small or too big, so we can't fit in. If we enlarge the door, yeah, we can enter, no problem. Yeah, it's because it's because the collider is a little bit too thick here. So we probably would like to have our own collider. So let's edit. We'll remove this for now. Let's save it, and let's add a collider here. So it will be our box collision. Let's put it so it actually covers our door. Yeah, too big. Yeah, I think this is okay. Let's put it in the middle. And let's change the thickness to something more like the mesh we have here. So I created it as a relative to the door, so when our door is rotating, as you can see, our collider will rotate too. Okay, so come on. Now let's make it a little bit, yeah, something like this, I guess. Right, so really thin. Okay, compile, save, and let's say this collider is not overlapping but blocking all dynamic meshes. So let's check this out. Yeah, it's working fine. Let's back to our original size. Go on, yeah, and you can see it let me in just perfectly. Maybe I just need to enlarge the trigger box, because when we are entering and exiting, it's like starting to close on me too early. So, and thank you. Go in. I want to go in. Thank you. And yeah, now it's working. So if you want the door to open depending on which direction you're coming, so if you're coming from this direction, the door will open this direction, and if you're coming from here, the door will open here. You can simply do this by creating two colliders on this side and on this side, and make the same code you see here, but for the two colliders, only changing the timeline. So the timeline will be not from 0 to 90, but from 0 to minus 90. So it's going the other way. And that's it. So yeah, this is a really quick tutorial on how to create doors. Simply put it. Alright, so, Dani, chaos. Chaos. If you want a tutorial on chaos, I can search you one. Unfortunately, I didn't work with it quite yet, so I can't really show you anything connected with it. So yeah, we created the doors, we created the Sisyphus, and we can create one more thing. So let's check the chat. Yes, Daniel, ask away. I will check our Discord too. Daniel is asking, I want to make a 2D sequence images to 360 images. Can you show me how to do it? You said it has to be made in Maya, but I don't know how. Well, rendering from in 360 is achieved by the render settings of Arnold, and it's really simple. It's actually super simple, and I will send you 1 or 2 links, and you will do it in no time. So today I would like to hear some questions related to Unreal Engine, and I know, Daniel, that you are not making a project for Unreal Engine, but yeah, I will send you the links right away as we finish the stream. So if you have anything you want to create in Unreal Engine right now, so let me know. I think we have still a little bit of time, right? I've been streaming for approximately hour 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, 1 hour and 23 minutes exactly. Daniel, you know how to render 360 degrees, so... Okay, so you want to put a 2D film, basically movie, into Maya, like the sequence, animated sequence. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's simple too. Yeah, it's quite simple. I will show you separately. Yeah, because I want to keep it like 100% Unreal Engine today, so it's not makes any confusion. So I don't want to switch to another program abruptly, because then I will have to edit it out and put it separately and blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah. But it's simply as I know, it's simple as that you just pick the diffuse input, like albedo. It's called albedo in Maya, and instead of an image you just pick the movie, but the format is which is tricky, so you need to get the format right. I think it's like MOV or AVI or QuickTime MOV. I'm not sure. So yeah, but yeah, I will check this out, and yeah, I will send you everything today. So Yanan asks, can you explain how to output game and video files if possible? Yeah, sure. So yeah, I remember you were asking this question before, and I showed you some stuff related to this, as I remember correctly. Yeah, creating media player in Unreal Engine 4. So the trick here is to actually put into Unreal the video and the audio separately, and then run them together via the blueprint. So fortunately I have the setup for this, because when I was creating my my magister work project, diploma project, I actually put the animations into Unreal Engine. So let's see where I have the project files. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I have it. Yeah, this is it. So the video format is WMV, so you can drag and drop it here, and the audio is in WAV, so it's WAV. So we have the separate audio track, and we have the separate video track, and the video should have a path, so you know. Okay, so let's save all, and now let's see how to edit into the player. So let's say, can we create from the asset? Nope, I don't think so. So yeah, let's create separately. So let's create media player, media texture asset. No, let's just select it. And let's say media source, we can put some stuff here, I guess. Oh, they changed the interface quite a bit. Yeah, video 1 is our video source, but we can't actually put the audio source here, I'm guessing. Let's save it. Let's loop it. And actually I should have seen the source material here, but I'm not at the moment. Maybe we need to create a player video asset first. Let me check. No. Huh. No. Because when I'm creating a media player, it should be media player, but it doesn't show the audio. Interesting. Let me try this again. Found media source, it is this stuff. So yeah, it should be media player. Video. Let's do it again. Let's go to media player, select our video, and yeah. Okay, now we have it. Alright, so this is our media texture, which actually takes our movie, and it should be here, but it's pitch black. Alright, yeah, I need to put it in the movies folder, and I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's correct. No, so let's make it pre-cached. Yeah, let's put it in content movies directory. Show in Explorer, content, new folder, movies, and let's put our file, which is this, here. All right. And now we can actually once again delete all this. I'm not sure if we should put the audio in a separate folder too. I guess we can, but let's stick to the video right now. So because we can play the audio anyway, so we have our movies folder. Don't we have anything here? Movies. Yeah. So let's go back to content and add the media source. And the file path should be our movie. Save. Okay. So this is the path. Let's go to media, create media player, go to the video, click OK. It should be this. Yeah. Okay. And now as you can see it's playing. Cool. So yeah, now this is a media texture. So I can put this on any surface. So I can put the plane here, like this. Set the scale to, let me see, the scale, the Y to 16, and this is to 9. So it's like 16 by 9. And let's scale it back a little bit. Yeah, too big. Okay. Yeah, and let's invert it actually. Okay, so and now we can create a material. Create material and put it on our plane. Okay, so let's see if it's working. Also, let's put it to movable. No, it's not working. Okay, so let's see how we can achieve it. We need to change something definitely in our material. Maybe we should change the type of this material to media texture or something. For it to work. Let me check real quick. Or we actually need to add a blueprint so it starts playing. Maybe it's maybe it should be like this, I'm guessing. Yeah. Let's try this. Yeah, and I was saying, I mean export for the end. Export for the end what? Because I don't get what you mean. And if I'm making something right now, which is you're not gonna use, I will be furious. Yeah, so let's go to our event. And I'm joking, of course. I hope you get that I'm joking. Yeah, so let's see. Let's create a variable for our media player, so it will be our player, and it should be our exact media player, I guess. So we should go and say new media player, because I didn't stop and change the name. So let's say new media media player media player, yeah, and then select the new media player, compile, save, and now we should get it. And let's see what comment we can use. So we can say play starts media playback, but I think we need to add the source first, but I'm not sure. Let's try this. So we have this, we can click play. Yeah, nothing happens. Something wrong with this material. Let's delete it for now, and let's put it like this. Yeah, strong line. I don't know why. Let's put the sound here too, to our audio, so it starts with our video, which don't want to start. Yeah, maybe we need to open the source first. No. From the player, open source. Okay, and the media source, I guess, should be our asset. Yeah, let's try this out. Yeah, and it's now working. Oh, I absolutely messed up the rotation. I can't hear the sound, so you tell me if the sound is okay. Yeah, it should be like this. Yeah, and probably this material should be emissive first and foremost, because it's like a TV screen or something. Yeah, okay. Maybe in the sound we could say, yeah, it's looping, it's a movie, and it should be auto activated. Let me see. Is you sound? Yeah, whatever. Activation. Yeah, auto activate. Yeah, it should be it. Yeah, it should start singing. So I don't know, because I can't hear from the computer anything. So yeah. Yeah, so Yan Chao is like, it's fine, like whatever, dude, do like whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry if I don't understand what you actually meant here, but you know, any knowledge is a good knowledge, I guess, so why not use it? Yeah, so but yeah, really, seriously, if you If you can specify what you actually mean, we can maybe look into it, because I just can't get anything and everyone. So yeah, so we're watching the cartoon and we have Sisyphus pushing us around into the doors. So this is quite a project we created today. Yeah. So I hope that what you mean, Yan Chao, with this, if you want to put like credits of video in your project, you can do it like this. Remember that you can create, you can put this material into the widget. So you can create a user interface widget and put it in the interface. So it's actually, displaying what I'm trying to say, clicking at the same time, which is hard, is that you can put the video into the user interface in the widget. So and it will be seen without any 3D perspective thing. It will be just on the screen. Yes, Luca, every stream will be available afterwards, because it's a stream on YouTube. They are saving automatically, but they are limited, I think, for the 2 hours. So more than 2 hours, I need like some, I don't know what I need to do to just make more subscribers, likes, I don't know. But yeah, I have a stream which lasted like 3 hours before, and it was cut to 2 hours, and this is a shame. So yeah, we'll keep it into 2 hours frame, but no more. Oh, Danim. Yeah, brilliant, you just did it. Okay, cool. Okay, so if you don't need my help, okay, no worries. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually quite simple, so yeah, of course. This should not be a problem for you. But if you still have any problems with that, just let me know. Maybe I can find a solution or something. So, I think this will be it for today. Quite a long stream, kind of wild one. We have a video, we have a Sisyphus, we have, where is he? Here it is, Sisyphus. We have doors which are opening, we have videos, and we have teleporting to the other places. So yeah, lots of smaller stuff today. I really hope that you will find it useful. So yeah, and thank you for being here, for listening, and for understanding. Yeah, so, and I think this will be it for today, and yeah, I will see you for the last stream next Monday. It will be 1st of June. This will be our last stream, and I don't know what it will be about, so maybe you can tell me what do you want to see, what do you want to hear. It will be our last stream, and yeah, but I think this week is like the final week, so I hope you really will find the time to finish your projects, and if you have any problems, don't be shy to write on Discord. Okay, so thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.